Welcome to Friday Value Videos, and we're in a little series here on gut joint pain, and we're talking about 5 very common misconceptions about arthritis that may be keeping you in pain. So you're really going to want to check these out. And right now we're counting down. We're going from 5 to 1, and right now we're going to cover misconception number 2, which is arthritis is genetic. So you inherited your joint pain. Now, I'm thinking you've heard this pronounced over and over again. My grandmother had arthritis. My mother had arthritis. It's genetic. So I now have arthritis, or I'm going to get arthritis. There's nothing I can do about it. What if it's not genetic? What if there's something you can do that keeps you from suffering like your family members suffered? Wouldn't you want to know about it? So, if you go to the National Institutes of Health website and you type in osteoarthritis, you will find this on their page. They provide the common causes of osteoarthritis. One of them is aging. Now, this is basically a lie from the pit of hell because there's a lot of people out there who age who don't get arthritis. Believe it or not, there are. So, if aging was the reason, everybody who aged would have arthritis. Being overweight or obese, again, not everybody does this happen to. A history of injury or surgery to a joint, again, not everybody does this happen to. Now, these are considered common causes. Overuse from repetitive movements of the joint. Now, that's just kind of silly because your joints are designed to move. So it's not overuse, it's that your body's not working properly, and you might want to do some three-plane conditioning or training so that your body is working properly. So that's another topic. Joints that don't form correctly. Now, that would be something that a person would be born where there was an issue with the joint. So that's a completely different topic. But look at the last one, family history of osteoarthritis. So, why would we inherit arthritis? Is it truly genetic? Are you confused? Is there so much information out there that you don't know who to believe? You don't know what to read. You don't know what to trust. And everybody has a different opinion. Well, let me share a couple of really basic facts here. First, let's define osteoarthritis. It is a degenerative joint disease. It's a disease in which the tissues in the joint break down over time. Disease. Let's define disease. Disease is an impairment of health or a condition of abnormal functioning. So, how about if we figure out what's causing the abnormal functioning? If it's not normal. So, did you inherit bad genes? Is that what happened? Is that why you have this abnormal impairment happening in your body, or you expect it to happen, or it did happen to your family members? Did you just inherit bad genes? Well, the issue is diet overpowers genetics. If you watched the last video on this, when we went over misconception number 3, you saw that I talked about food and how that impacts arthritis. Food is information. It contains molecules that literally speak to your genes, communicate with the genes, your genetic code, and turns off and on different aspects of genetics. So maybe you're predisposed to get something. Maybe your family tends to carry a lot of cancer or diabetes or arthritis. So you might be predisposed to getting something, but it's truly diet that we inherit. You inherit family recipes. You inherit what you eat. That's what you inherit. Diet overpowers genetics. So what are you feeding your genes? Are you feeding them these foods? Are you feeding them these foods? How are you feeding, or what are you feeding your genes? And a little reminder in case you missed the last Friday Value video, the Stanford University School of Medicine did a study, and they found that the primary cause of joint damage is not compression or wear and tear. It's not inherited. It's chronic inflammation. You don't inherit chronic inflammation. You create chronic inflammation. Okay. All right. I will see you next week.